Viewers, namaskar. Wherein the visionary monk of Bharat nation, Swami Vivekananda, visited USA first time to spread the message of Hindutva and Upanishad. What did Swamiji say to the world at that time and how we should follow it? On this topic, we are going to talk today. And I have a very uh, wonderful and renowned personality with me today. It is my privilege and honor to welcome Pravrajika Amoghaprana Mataji. She is the senior sanyasini of Sri Sarada Math, and now currently she is working as secretary of Ramakrishna Sharda Mission, Kamptee, Nagpur. So, Ma, Suswagatam, and thank you so much for your time.
Namaste.
Pranam. Ma, as I said in the opening remark, that 11th September is the date when Swamiji visited Western world first time.
Yes.
So before he actually went to USA, he went to meet Shri Ma Sharda. So what was the significance of that visit?
Actually, he has not visited at that time. He was abroad. Abroad means he was in Bombay, Madras, traveling, Khetri, all that areas. So when this parliamentary religion was announced about this religion, it's in the month of September, Swamiji was at that time in Madras. The Madras young devotees, his young followers, were enthusiastically asked Swamiji to attend this parliament of religion, and they collected ample money fund also. But Swamiji was thinking, though he had that Swami Thakur, Sri Thakur's indication that he saw in his vision that Thakur was going on the sea towards the western side and beckoning him to follow him. So at the these people, I think more than people, the young followers of Swamiji insisted him to attend this parliamentary religion. But still, he had in his mind that whether I am actually getting this beckoning or indication of Thakur, am I right, or is it my illusion of mind? So he was thinking, and he was in a dilemma. So he told youngsters of Madras, devotees of Madras, to whatever money has been collected, I will not go. You distribute among the people, poor peoples. So it was being distributed.
Oh, okay.
Then because Swamiji had great faith and he has really realized and experienced the divinity of Holy Mother, he thought that Holy Mother's consent, if Holy Mother consent is there, then I will go. So he wrote a letter to her.
Achha.
And in that letter, Holy Mother took 2 days, and she wrote that, no, Baba, it is Thakur's work. And Thakur is calling you, and you have to go. Then he happily started collecting money again. And Mysore Maharaja has provided some fund also, and Khetri Maharaja also gave some help to him, and all the dresses needed for the foreign countries, and that famous pagadi, what Swamiji was saying, it was given by Khetri of Maharaj, presented by him. And at that time he had Swamiji's blessing for he will get issue. He had no issue. He got his child. The child was born to him, and he called him before going to abroad. He called him to Khetri and invited him, and he presented him his guru, and also came again to Bombay with him to get him to see off to him. That is how Mother he finally got after getting the final consent from Holy Mother, he went abroad.
Great, great. So that divine indication was required before he starts for
Ah,
such a great.
because yes, because she is divine, he has realized her divinity.
Divinity, yes,
So Adi Shakti, the power, divine Shakti,
true.
grace should be there before anything great work has to be done. So that is how he got his Holy Mother's blessing.
Blessings, yes.
Yes.
So now that we said that it was a divine plan and Shri Shri Thakur had actually planned his visit and there was a very big picture behind it. Still,
Yes.
when Swamiji actually started and by the time he reaches to the dais to
Sorry.
talk about Hindutva, he had to face a
Yes.
lot of hurdles. So
Yes.
why is that? What message shall we take from this?
That is struggle, hurdles.
Yes.
There is life, na? The Swamiji always used to say, struggle is life, weakness is death. Hai. And there is Sanskrit pearl also, that Seyansi Bahuvignani Bhavanti Mahatani Api. Though great Mahatani, though they are great people, so they have to face these hurdles. Whenever a great revolutionary change has to happen in the world history, naturally hurdles hurdles are bound to come. Swamiji knew it was divine plan.
Yes.
Sorry. He knew that it was divine plan.
Yes.
Because here he has that vision of Swamiji Thakur beckoning him on the sea and telling him to follow him. Everything is there, and he knew that he has some work, he has some message in his life to give to the world. Still, and he knew though, and he expressed this thing to Swami Turiyananda when he met him in Mumbai. He told Haribhai, whatever preparation is happening there, that means in the West, it's all for me. It's for me.
Okay.
So about these hurdles, because he is a sannyasi, a parivrajak. All these formalities, he didn't know about the formalities of the parliament religion.
Yes, attending the
in order to participate as a delegate, the world parliament, in the world parliament, introductory letter was as an essential criteria.
True.
Which Swamiji didn't have. Who will give this letter?
Letter.
The small youngsters, young boys of Madras, they are enthusiastic, but they didn't know anything about it. And Swamiji also came like that to me. Still, later he got it, though he got it, but he lost it also.
Yes.
It's also divine plan. He lost it also.
Yes.
And about introductory letter for Swamiji is like Professor Wright says.
Yes.
To ask the sun the proof for his brightness. To prove his brightness. To shine this whole world.
Yes.
It is known by seeing Swamiji only. Most of this, I think, Dr. Wright, Dr. Barros, and so many other dignitaries, scholars of America met him. And they came to know that he is something different. His knowledge is something par excellence.
Par excellence, absolutely.
And we see this also. As soon as I'm thinking that from the morning it started. And organizer was asking, Swamiji, you will fix. Swamiji was telling, no, let them finish. No, let them. He was nervous that he's seeing so many prepared letters are there, but he had nothing. So many are so nicely prepared that Majumdar and all other people said they are reading nicely, they are getting claps. So he was thinking, what shall I tell? He was feeling nervous. So every time he was saying, not now, not now, not now. So in the afternoon, it was announced that now Swami Vivekananda will speak. And he just prayed to Mother Saraswati and a single small word,
Yes.
brothers and sisters of America,
Yes.
that became, people became mad, audience
Yes.
became mad
Yes.
hearing that word, because this word is not a, before also so many people may have told that of brothers and sisters of America, but Swamiji's calling them brothers and sisters, that brotherhood and sisterhood is not only a word, it's an inner feeling, inner realization that Advaita philosophy, that each soul is potentially the same Atman is residing everyone, that he realized it, and that realization touched the heart of the Americans. And that is why for 2 minutes it was applause, and that is how, like a bright midday sun, Swamiji was top in the American Parliament.
True.
And that small world.
Yes.
And afterwards, the history knows how became, he was well versed and well accepted, when praised and well welcomed and loved by the American people, American citizens, and American scholars.
Scholars, yes, yes, and all other scholars from different world as well, different
world, actually, as well as all,
yes.
whole world.
Whole world.
Yes, 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 yes.
So, Ma, during that period and now as well, Indian people, the original Indian people, have not understood the glory of Bharatiya culture and Sanskriti, and its vast knowledge, not only in the academics, but Veda, Upanishad, and many other scriptures of our culture. But Swamiji chose to go to Western and give this message. Why did he not first educate our own people and then go to West?
Yes, yes. Swamiji wanted. Swamiji wanted, and he came for that. Thakur came for that only.
Yes.
But he also said that Shishi Thakur rightly said that the lofty religious ideas cannot be assimilated by an empty stomach. And Swamiji also experienced this in his life after his loss of his father.
Yes.
What poverty is,
yes,
and what will be the condition, and how the mind becomes weak. That want of the food, poverty, it is the main thing. It was the criteria of that society of India at that time.
Yes.
Most people were very, very poor because of the invasion of Mughals and this thing,
Britishers.
and the Britishers. They looted everything from India, all that is. So already we know during the time of Harshavardhana, how Mohan Singh saw that jewels and this thing, sona, that is gold, were sold on the road. We cannot imagine it. It was so rich at that time. So how these people looted everything from India?
True.
These Britishers. So that is why at that time there was utter poverty. Poverty was the main thing, and illiteracy in a large quantity. Because of poverty, students and people were illiterate also. And the glory of and ignorance of glory of self, Atma, was prevailing everywhere. Because education is not there, and ignorance is there. So poor population was struggling hard for a morsel of food. They are working from morning to evening to get a morsel of food for a day, one time at a day. I know. So moreover, higher in this condition, higher caste Hindus exploited the poor people in the name of religion. That priests and all.
Yes.
Superstitions, blind faith prevailed everywhere. During that time, Britishers took advantage of this social instability of Indian society by introducing English education. In the year 1835, This Education Act was passed with the lines of Professor Macaulay, who personally believed, and he wrote a letter to the British government, England, expressing his thought that in order to capture India, we have to defame Indian scriptures and religious ideas, taking advantage of social ideas and also introducing Indian English education system. So that is how our religion was defamed.
Defamed, yes.
They were then they brainwashed the youngsters of India, educated Indians. That is, your religion is just a blind faith.
Blind faith.
It is following the superstition. It's a superstition. And is Murti Puja, image worship. There is nothing. So taking advantage of this social instability caused by this British and all by the petition and also by the exploitation of the priest. The priest caste was there. They are also they are exploiting these poor peoples.
Yes.
In the name of caste and caste creed and all.
Yes.
So many oppressed poor people, poor Hindus were being converted into Christianity. But now again, India, as well as culture and tradition, are now standing high in the whole world. We are seeing the rejuvenation of its lost glory is clearly visible. It is Swamiji's verdict that India will rise again. It will take the place of teacher for the whole world. The whole world is accepting our Vedas.
Yes.
Vedanta.
Yes.
Everywhere in many of the, especially I have so many, got so many these things, messages and YouTube videos and all, that in hospitals and schools and even in British Parliament also, they chant Vedic Shanti mantras first. And even hospitals, they chant Shanti mantras and Vedic this thing.
Yes.
And then they will do operations.
Yes.
And they are getting the result that the patients are getting
positive results.
Quickly positive. This this thing.
Yes.
So this human and one thing, the moreover in human psychology, it is if an outsider describes the glory of particular thing, they believe it. They believe it more firmly. Maybe a foreigner, maybe in our case also we can see in my day-to-day this time also. If anybody outside comes, what have you done? So much we became elated. And we believe it and do this, accept it. As an eyes, our eyes see everything outside, but it cannot see itself. And there is saying that under lamp, there is always darkness.
Yes.
Land is giving light to everywhere.
True.
But underneath of it, there is this thing. So we Indians have got that all high human excellences in us. We have got it, but we are ignorant.
Yes.
This ignorance is there. That is how India. Thus, we are seeing that after Swamiji's preaching that India is again getting rejuvenated now. To its glory.
What you said is really very prominent, that unless the Westerns praise, we don't accept it.
We don't accept it. Everything is accepted by them. Then only we get.
We take it, yes. So, Mataji, now that Swamiji has reached and he has already started addressing the dignitaries and scholars of all other countries, what was actually his message to the world from the World Parliament dais.
Achha. That is the glory of Atma. And Ishwar is potentially divine. And there is one sloka. He repeated this. He in his speech only he told this, that in Shyomayimna it is told that there is a sloka. Ruchinam Vaichitra Vishputila Nana Patajusham Ranameko Gamyastamasi Payasamarnavaniva. All the different streams having their sources in different places all mingle their water in the sea. So also, O Lord, the different paths which man takes through different tendencies varies, though they appear crooked or straight, all reaches, all leads to you only, thee only. So, thus all religions leads to the same goal. The main, it is that the main aim of the parliamentary religion was to prove to the world that Christianity is the main only one religion that is true and should be followed. So Swamiji and Thakur came from for that only. That all religions leads to the same goal. He experienced, he did sadhana, and he did all the sadhanas, and he came to know that all the sadhanas lead to the same, that ultimate goal, reaches to the same one ultimate goal. That is what Swamiji mainly told in this parliament of religion stage. Thus all religions lead to the same goal. Every being, that one, in every being, that one consciousness is prevalent everywhere. Thus Swamiji said, each soul is potentially divine. Maybe you are Christian, maybe you are a Muslim, maybe a Buddhist, maybe a Parasi or anybody. But the soul in you, in every being, is same. It is the same divine Brahman presiding in everyone. You may call it as Buddha or Christ or anybody, but it is the same divine being is existing everything. Only thing is, we have to manifest it, and we have to identify, and we have to manifest it.
So, like Bhagavad Gita says, Ishwar is Sarva Bhutanam. So every creature has Ishwari Amsha.
Radeshen Junatishthati.
Yes.
Ishwara Sarva Bhutanam Radeshen Junatishthati. Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Maya Mayantrani Maya. He's making us go round.
Yes, yes. It's a spinning wheel. Yes.
He himself is Maya. He's making us go. He's prevailed. He's residing in every being.
Every being. So, as you just now said that once the Westerns appreciate, we accept it very easily. And also some scholars understand it, but not many understand it, because the basic needs are not complete. The poverty, the food, the shelter, education, those needs are not complete.
Yes. That is why Swamiji thought that to get, he thought he will go to foreign and preach our religion, our Vedanta philosophy to them, what they needed very badly, and get help from them and get education from them. We have to get education technology from them and educate our peoples. And he will provide, he will educate, and he will also help to overcome the poverty of Indians.
Yes, yes.
So that is what he went for that.
So, why is it so difficult to understand Hindutva? One is Sanskrit language. Not everybody understand. That is one problem we have. As you just now said, Christianity and the British Rajya implemented English education system, and that's why we forgot our Sanskrit education system. And also, is the philosophy so heavy to understand for common people that we are not still able to learn Hindutva in a proper sense?
First, we have to see what is Hindutva means.
Please.
According to Swamiji, Hindutva means believe in authority of Vedas, God, cyclical order of creation, preservation, and dissolution, that is Srishti, Sthiti, and Pralay, immortality of Atman, and its innate purity and perfection. Reincarnation,
Yes.
or rebirth,
Yes.
and most thing is, the important is religion as realization. Religion is not something to be performed or ritualistic. It is being and becoming. That is Hindutva.
Yes.
So we can see Hindus believe in immortality of Atman,
Yes.
soul, and also being and becoming.
Becoming.
We see it in our most of the saints. In Maharashtra, so many saints are there.
Yes.
In Karnataka also, Kanakadas,
Yes.
Purandardas.
Yes. Yes.
We see that Kanakadas story.
Yes.
That Krishna Devaraya asked his pandits, court pandits, to tell how he can get mukti in one single sentence. So they were searching and searching and searching for 7-10 days. That how can we tell in one sentence? There has to be the karma kanda, there is scriptures has to be in, so many sadhanas has to be done, so many things has to be gone through. In single sentence, how can we tell? So they were thinking, at that time Kanakadas was passing on that way, that day. So they told him, Krishna Devaraya, so please call him. So they called and he came. He's a shepherd boy, and he is going, and why the king is calling me? Then he came, Maharaj, why you have called me? Then he said, see Kanakadas, I am asking these pandits, so many pandits are there, to tell me in one sentence, how can get mukti, salvation? Then he said, what is there, Maharaj? If I go, I can go. Then Pandit said, he is so ahankari, he is so egoistic. He is telling, if I can go. Then Krishna Deva king told, wait, there is some inner meaning. Let him ask. Then said, what is the meaning? Then he said, Maharaj, if I, that ego, goes, the all-pervading self is that, the salvation is immediately you will get. This is the common, that being and becoming. Religion not reading and doing and something. It is becoming. It's practical something. Maybe Sanskrit is not a common language.
Yes.
During British's time. Before that, there were scriptures was going there. But at then, because of foreign invasions,
yes,
we have forgotten this Sanskrit,
language.
this
Yes.
thing. It was not common.
Yes.
But Hindutva is not hard to handle.
Mm.
Don't think so. Common people know immortality of the Atman and its universality. The concept of same Atman pervading in all beings is also known by the commons. I had this one experience. I saw this in my life. There was a lady who worked in our ashrama in Pune. She was nowadays we can say SCNT, scheduled caste. She's of that cut and very poor lady and absolutely illiterate. She has not gone to school. She had a daughter and 2 sons. And sons were married. And daughter also got married. And she went to her in-laws. And her daughter-in-law got some skin disease.
Okay.
And many family people got her skin disease is increasing. You send her to her parents.
Oh, okay.
You send her back.
Back.
And she was she was such a simple and great lady that she asked Mataji, my the daughter, in her also the Atman is there, and same Atman is residing in my this daughter-in-law also, because she has got this skin disease. How can I send her? Will it not hurt? Will it not hurt to our Atman? Is it possible? Can we do that? Same Atman is everybody. So because see that she is illiterate, she is scheduled caste woman, and still that Atman concept is clear in her. So for common people, we don't think so. As Swamiji told, that whatever about going on in parliament and this thing, Indian common people may not know. But there is a Swamiji, a sadhu has gone there and he has been praised. It is known to every farmer, every person on the road, the common people, every can know it.
True.
That is India. That is our concept of Atman and religion, Hindutva.
Yes, as I completely agree with you that there is no need to do too much of analysis and discussion on this.
No, in this,
you need not know Sanskrit, you need not know Veda Upanishad.
No.
Nothing. You just
have this Kanakadas, and there he was a shepherd boy.
Yes. And there are many such examples.
And Janabai, Sakubai, and this Sautamali is a farmer. They are all at that Chokamela.
Yes.
He was a low caste, he was a and he became a saint.
True. Very true. How is West different from East? Or what is their weakness or what is our strength?
Yes. The concept of spirituality. What you told, your question is about spirituality. No?
Yes.
The concept of spirituality of India is about realization. Divinity is manifested within, and it's about. That is, in Swamiji's word, being and becoming. Spiritual is what is being and becoming. Whereas in India, we ask citizens about which religion they belong, to whether Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a Sikh, like that. What religion they are following? Not spiritual, the religion they are following. Whereas in West, spiritual is about faith. They are categorized.
Yes.
You see, they are categorized in terms of faith.
Yes.
Within the same Christianity,
yes,
it is taken into consideration that it's that is whether you are Catholic or you are Protestant.
Yes.
About the same formula for everyone. They said same formula for everyone, and only they have to follow the same formula and obey the rules of the same religion. For this, Swamiji told to the Westerners that you have got one coat. You have to use it. All the people should use it, that one coat only. Whether you are a thick and stout or a lean, whether you are tall, whether you are short, whether you are a baby, whether you are an old person, the same coat has to be used. Whereas in our country, that is in Hindus, there are so many coats. Each one is having a coat. That is 33 crores of coats are there. Each one can select his own coat. Each one can select his own god. Maybe Kali, maybe Durga, maybe Shiva, maybe this thing. As you like, as to your tendency, as to your liking, you select everyone. That is the concept of Indians. The West, they believe in the concept of sin and heaven and hell. Yes. That is thing is that you are sin. Whereas Swamiji told it is sin to call a sinner. Nobody is sinner. You are the immortal being.
Mm.
Amritasya putra. Listen to call a scene. Aye dhamani shunvanti. Aye dhamani shunvanti ishvya. Amritasya putra. So it is sin to call a sinner. We are all that same, that we call is a sprinkle, or the same chingari we use of that Agni, the Kirana, that ray of the immortal being, that supreme Atman.
Yes.
Came from there only. Maybe it is known less. The same Shakti is pervading everybody. Chaku told Vidyasagar. Vidyasagar asked the question, is God is impartial? He gave some more strength to somebody and gave some more to others. No, no. That is the quantity of that Shakti. So you have got that daya, this compassionate, that is you are respected. In others in a lesser quantity. That is why Thakur Swamiji told, it is our journey of spirituality is from a lower truth to higher truth. The lower light, small light to big, higher light, shining light. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amrutangamaya. Not death, from immortality to immortality. Our journey is like from lower things to higher
things. That is our belief. That is the difference between East and
West. Yes, difference between East and West.
Yes. Okay. Mataji, 1893, Swamiji went and he gave the message of Upanishad to the Westerns. Though it was well accepted and well appreciated, it was not accepted but well appreciated, praised. But somehow they did not accept it as a life, as a philosophy of life. So was it a very premature for Westerns to understand message of Upanishad? Because we still see they are facing a lot of challenges. The civilization is still not, is more of a economy driven and more of a very shallow lifestyle. So are they not able to understand the meaning of Upanishad still?
Actually, Swamiji went there, but because in our Indian Shastras, there are 4 types of varnas mentioned, namely Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. Isn't it?
Yes.
It is the different stages of our life.
Yes.
From Brahmacharya is what is, we can say nowadays, there is no Guru class nowadays, the student life. Student life, in every stage there is some tapasya.
Yes.
In students also.
Yes.
Chhatrani, adhyanam, tapasa. Adhyan is their tapasya. For grahasthas also there are so many rules in their our shastras, and Swamiji is mentioned this in his Karma Yoga. His book on Karma Yoga, he gave described very nicely what are the duties of grihis. And the next is Vanaprastha, and then Sannyasa. So from Brahmacharya, one can accept Sannyasa, but very few can do it. It is told in our Kathopanishads. Paranchikani vyatrana swayambhu tasmat paran pashyati. Kaschidhira pratyagatmana mekshat avratas chakshu amritatvamichan. So the divine being, the Brahma, has created this world, and people and this everything being is looking outward. Want to enjoy outward. Our sensual objects are naturally going outward only. Lacking, only few can kaschit, dhira, that is very brave person, Amritattva Icham, to get that, attain that Amritattva, they become Antarmukhi. So only few can do that.
Yes.
Because it is Shurasadara.
Yes.
To walk on this braid, the way is very like a brace, this blade, and the sharp blade is walking on that blade,
yes,
edge of the blade.
Yes.
So it's so difficult.
Yes.
That is why common people cannot. For that, common people, they have given that you first go to Grastashram, enjoy your life, everything, you enjoy the materialistic world, and
then
everything, do your duties to society, whatever society duties are that you do it, and then go to Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means, I have done my duties to society, I am doing to my family. Now they are good, let them do. So that to become aloof and think, give time to ourselves, to self, detach and know ourselves. Yes. What have I done till now? Yes. Now what is my goal next? And what I have experienced in this Grahastashramam, that Vivek Vichar, Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, no? Everything we have done, have I gained something for me, myself, able to do? So what is the use of this Brahmacharya life? What is the use of life? Then you do, and then contemplate, then think of self, think of God, then final sannyasa is there. That comes from Upanishads are the storehouse of knowledge, and most of the Upanishads are very subtle ideas. Their ideas are very subtle, and house to grasp for the householder. Until and unless we are not satisfied in the terms of material, sensuous power and achievements, etc., we cannot. I think we cannot grasp the higher level of thought.
Yes, true.
So we can clearly see in modern days, psychological experiment 2, that Abraham Maslow's hierarchy mentioned of some is hierarchy of needs. That is his sayings, principles. There are 7 types of needs mentioned in the his books, in which food, clothing, and shelter is the lowest. And self-actualization is the highest. So this field of West was ready to receive. That is why, because in West, all this food, clothing, and shelter, and ask the self-actualization, everything materials, everything what they needed, is they completely enjoyed it. There is nothing left for them to want. There is nothing want for them. So what wanted is something higher. Whereas in India, there is poverty, ignorance, no education. So Swamiji thought, first, India, this poverty and ignorance and uneducation has to be removed. Then only this higher thought of Vedanta will be accepted by. Or there is acceptance, but take in a more higher sense. This is to be fulfilled first. So he came to, whereas in Western countries, it is already they are enjoyed it. It is fulfilled. And they are ready to accept these high ideals of Vedanta. We went there and preached this, our human excellences there.
So, my last question, what is a way forward to the harmonious, peaceful, and mutual respect life for people around the world, not only India, but around the world?
Yes, that is Swamiji told, Vedanta. Vedantic religion is the way forward for the peaceful, harmonious, and mutual respect for the entire world. That is why Swamiji gave that Vedantic thoughts to the Western countries. Vedanta or Advaita philosophy means non-duality. The entire universe within and beyond, beyond our senses is one. There is only one consciousness.
Yes.
A person initially starts with duality. First, he starts with duality. And Thakur also told, let him start with the stone. Then he will go to plant. Then he will go to somewhere higher than the river. That is why there are so many. We Indians worship the concept of stone, Murti Puja.
Yes.
Then we plant plants also, Ashwatha Puja.
Yes.
In Jnandev Maharaj's life, his mother took so many lakhs of Ashwatha around, praying to God, and he got her husband back. The plants, there also in each plants also, it is proved that even the plants are having that life. They respond to the music, respond to the bhajans and kirtan. They respond to the gesture. So we had one homeopathy doctor. He used to come and take this amlakis, that is berries, gooseberries from our garden, because it here spiritual bhajan, spiritual thoughts, spiritual japa and meditation is going on. So medicine prepared is from this will give effect. It affects more on the patient. He has experienced it. And even the bananas, while removing it, that when we cut the bananas, juice of that banana tree.
Yes, continue.
When we cut the banana, he used to take that juice of the banana trees and prepare medicine. So plants also have that, they respond. And then rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, we have got 7 rivers. Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, Narupati, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jali. They are all tirthas.
Yes.
And then the concept comes of higher Advaita. Each soul is potentially divine. What Swamiji told. From lower this thing to we are going to high in our scriptures. Maybe we are starting duality, but it will take us to that Advaita. Higher Advaita is called. In modern times, we see in the illustration we get from the life of Gopalerma. In Thakur's life, we see Gopalerma worship Bal Gopal.
Yes.
She was worshipping Gopal. And after her sadhana, so many realization, she used to see Gopal, that is baby Krishna, in each one of them. Whoever come to her, say Gopal, she used to address Gopal, come. There was no caste at that time. She was in Brahmin at that time, Brahmin widow.
Yes.
At that she was Orthodox Brahmin widow.
Yes.
So for foreigners are at that time called as mlechas. They cannot touch. They cannot come to our kitchen room.
True.
If they touch this water or salt, they will throw everything. They'll wash everything with Ganga. And that type of lady, after her realization, she saw Gopal in Sister Nivedita also. She stayed with her. She took her seva, service.
Yes.
And she gave her last days were on her laps only.
Yes.
That from duality to that concept it comes. And India also is the world. So it is Advaita, this jnana of Advaita. Itself is potentially divine. Swamiji told. If everyone is divine, that is their class. Where is this struggle or anything? Because every being is in Brahman. No difference is there. The same I am talking to you and the other hearing or whoever hears, they are the same. I am speaking to that Brahman only in front of me. If this concept is accepted or bring into the practice, then all this, there will be peace, harmony, and mutual respect for each other. It's a grand concept of Advaita Swamiji gave in foreign, Westerners.
Yes.
His soul is potentially divine.
Yes.
You are Amritasya Putra. Don't call yourself a sinner. These are grand ideas which he gave to foreign countries.
True. So, 130th year of Swamiji's visit to Chicago first time on the occasion of World Parliamentary Day, and the message that he has conveyed to the entire world, that the way forward is to accept each other as a divine personality and then spread peace, peace, and peace. So hopefully everyone accepts that, and very soon we become a wonderful place to live at. Thank you so much for your time and your
my prayers to Holy Tribe, and let us do some Shanti mantra. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Gunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.